Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video. Thank you all the members, all the Patreons. Make sure to subscribe because we are trying to hit 50,000 subscribers until the end of the year. We are almost at 22k. Thank you all the new subscribers, and let's get into it, guys. So yes, they posted another thing from the economy, another post, okay? So let's analyze it a little bit. So the idea here is analyzing 15,000 entries of your feedback from the economy survey. So they are going to talk about the survey that they actually did. It's already closed, but it is indeed interesting. They say that basically 14,500 players submitted entries on that. So that's pretty good. And it's a lot of players, I mean. Even though, I mean, we get, I don't know, way more players than that, it just shows that a lot of people are interested in the game, you know? Economy in progression. So they say that how 10% of the players actually talked about gameplay stuff, and 90% complained or basically gave feedback on the economy. They say here the majority of them were repair costs and the ability to pay for it, you know? By being active in battles and performing specific actions, including rewards for assisting enemy kills, kill to death ratios, point capturing a team in a team, repair and other help to teammates, plus many other things. A separate layer of concerns was expressed about the time needed by new players to progress all the way to top tier. So yeah, as you see, at least they are acknowledging that the players, the main thing that they are complaining about, 90%, it is the economy itself, including the reward to the price of stuff, right? And also the time that it takes from being a newbie player, you know, newbie player on a nation until you get to a top tier, which is also a very big concern for me as well. I mean, especially if we continue into this road of going to top tier. I mean, we need better stuff. Ways to just make money and a better way to get to top tier, because if you understand this, man, I mean, come on, think about it. We have 8 ranks, for example, in aviation, right? 4 of them are props and 4 of them are jets. So half the game of not content per se, but half the ranks that we have in game are just jets and quote-unquote more of a top-tier kind of situation, right? So we do need a lot of work on this to not make a lot of players just leave the game before they actually get to the stuff that they actually want to fly or play, right? As I said in the other video, I have plenty of friends that started playing the game, but it takes so much time to get a MiG-29, F-14, that they just gave up because they don't want to keep playing on a P-26 or on a Shaika or BF-109s and, you know, Yaks and World War II aircraft. They want to play with a MiG-29. And of course, there's a need for some form of progression, but it is way too much, right? So especially with the amount of nations that we have in game right now. Without a premium account, I would say that it's pretty much impossible to research most of the nations, you know, at all. I mean, come on, 2 or 3 will be very difficult already with a free-to-play account, right? So yeah, they say that about 1/3 of the players are concerned with the current BR distribution and the methods of assigning a BR to a vehicle. Yes, they could take a look on this. I mean, it's a problem that affects the game since day one, to be honest, this type of system. And it was an improvement over the old rank system from 20 ranks and stuff, but it's still, like, it needs some decompression. You know, a lot of people say, just decompress it to 15.0. There is a factor of QE times as well. I don't know about you guys, but I really don't want to wait 7-10 minutes to a battle and then play for like 5 or 6 minutes and then, you know, the game is over. It's just not fun. And a lot of people underestimate the QE times in certain ranks and stuff. Of course, for the majority of the ranks, it's like 1 minute, 2 minutes max, something like that. But there are some ranks that would suffer from this. So they need to, I'm just considering that they need to think about this. It's not as simple as just adding more BRs, right? It needs to be gradually, like, increased. But I think it needs to be more on an offensive position right now. It takes too much time to actually decompress BR right now. They need to be a little bit faster, I think, on responding to the statistics and stuff. Then they say at least 4% of the players also paid special attention to such topics as the need to purchase modules, the possibility to have free, perhaps lengthy but free repairs, and many suggestions in not modifying or significantly rebalancing premium vehicles. So yeah, that's also important. All in all, we understand these concerns and we will try to encompass ideas on most of them in the upcoming economy roadmap we promised to publish by June 14th. So as you see, this is the main problem, and I think they are going to give the most amount of attention to this, which is the correct thing to do, right? So hopefully on June 14th, we can see some very good and just improvements overall on this. And then we have some minor things that are still very important, but minor in the sense that a lot less players complain about this, they are saying. So about 10% of the players also took time to share their ideas and observations about various gameplay issues in War Thunder. So yeah, there is many points to do it. So they basically talk a little bit about some of them. For example, locations, especially in ground battles, like being shot through stuff and other stuff like this. So they are going to try to fix that, they are saying, and trying to help it out, especially, you know, there is a problem with, you know, cheats and other things that can be done here. So yeah. They are already polishing all locations, so at least they're acknowledging that it needs some. They acknowledge how many of the players spoke about the inconvenience of a night battle. I think people just are problematic sometimes as well. I know night battles can be a little bit more problematic and boring, but I think it adds to the variety of the game. I think the real problem that we see in night battles, it is not the night battle itself. It is actually not having MVDs, right? This is the most frustrating thing ever. So it goes back to kind of a little bit of the economy. I think there are some basic stuff that we just need to be added as a stock vehicle. The same thing that they did, for example, as new missiles. For example, for top tier aircraft, you don't start top tier aircraft grind with an R3S or without missiles. You actually get an R60 or something like that. It should be even better than it is right now, but it's something, right? And I think tanks need that as well. NVDs would be a thing that I think is just, I mean, maybe not thermals, but at least the NVD part, it needs to be already like researched. It needs to be already in the game, you know? That would make the night battles all right. So yeah, this is my opinion on it. Some other giving complaints about aviation streaks in air crate ground battles, some other stuff like this. Just not gonna talk too much about it because I don't play that much of ground arcade. So yeah, there was a separate pool of ideas related to PvE modes and ways to improve their gameplay and attraction. Hopefully some for the helicopter PvE, which is an alright mode right now, but it needs improvement. So yeah, they say a lot of you know, ideas and specific stuff about some specific vehicles, modules and stuff they are going to consider. Seeing, you know, so that's pretty good about specific vehicles. So this is pretty good. And yeah, they are in the process of analyzing all the survey because it's a lot of information, right? It is a lot of information. This is one of the most important things. As you see, for example, here, our plan is to conduct such extensive general questions and suggestion sessions at least once every month, 3 months. So yeah, they need to do more Q&As. They need to do more surveys. Stuff like this helps. Every single idea that the community has is, maybe let me rephrase it. Is every single idea that the community has good? No, there are some weird things that some players ask. Normally a minority, but yes, that are just completely weird and stuff. For example, I always say this about smaller maps for top tier aircraft in RB. I think it's just, yeah, it just doesn't make any sense that you would want that. It just completely destroys the gameplay in top tier. And even though it's not perfect right now and it needs work, it would be just become worse, right? So there is a minority of people that like that idea, for example, or getting like smaller maps than we already have. So I think that is just that doesn't make any sense. So it depends on the idea. So it's good that they are actually doing this and like seeing what a big part of the community actually wants, right? 15,000 people, it's a lot of people commenting on stuff like this, right? So yeah, some of your suggestions can be put into the game quickly. War Thunder game design and development teams are already working on them, so hopefully these changes are not only shown on the 14th, but hopefully they are added before the next major update, before this one that it's about to be released, right? That would be very, very cool to see this. And then they finish up about how we are giving them inspiration and motivation to fix the game and all sorts of things. But the thing is that, yeah, at least they are hearing us. I know a lot of people are just mad at them, and I know a lot of people comment even on my videos, I don't care about X or Y, I care about the economy and stuff. So that's the thing, man. You know, I love this game, for example, and I really want to be better. So if it takes a little bit of time to fix it, yes, as long as they fix it, the problems, you know? So if they're saying that by around the 14th, we will see some roadmap or at least some more information about what is going on, I think I will try to believe it, right? I will try to just, okay, at least they are trying to do something. It's better than ignore us. So, yeah, that's my position on it. We have to wait and complain more. I mean, if you want a boycott, if you want to continue to do the reviews, yeah, that's okay, of course. But the thing that I'm talking about is that at least they are listening to us, and it feels like we are in the right path. We have to see and wait. I mean, I will only believe these actual big changes are indeed big if stuff that we like see on the roadmap that they're talking about on the 14th become real, right? And if they are actually big, you know, if they are actually improving the gameplay or improving the overall state of the game, right? So that's my opinion on it. But anyway, leave it in the comments what you think about this thing. It doesn't say much, it's just acknowledging the player feedback, to be honest, which is fairly okay. It is good today that they're doing this. And the major problems are here, I think, you know, the economy, specifically rewards, stuff like this. And of course the BR range, the time needed to actually progress to the top tier. I think these are the two main things, and I think, as they say here at first, they're saying one of the first things that they're saying, it means that they are working on this part. So hopefully this is the big change. Everything else, of course, it helps night battles and everything like that. Always good to have some differences and changes to make the game better. But these two things are the main concerns for my sake. So hopefully they are adding more information on what they are thinking on doing on the 14th, right? But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, leave it in the comments, as I was saying, what you think about this. And bye, guys. See you.